What's going on YouTube? Today we're taking a look at Eufy's latest S330 security camera, and it solves just about all of the issues that you might run into when trying to install your own home security system. Number one, I don't like paying a monthly fee for anything, so you get no monthly fee with this. You also get expandable storage. It has 16 gigabytes of built-in storage, and you can expand it to about 16 terabytes. Number two, I always want a super clear image, so this has 4K Ultra HD as its image processing. Number three is wires and battery life. I don't want to run wires. Sometimes I can't, so being 100% wireless solves that issue. And with a 13,000 milliamp hour battery built in, Eufy's claiming 365 days. If you guys can't do the math, that's a year of battery life with this camera. But with the built-in solar panel, if you get enough sun to this, you basically have unlimited power for, well, forever. And it also is powered by AI because of course it is. So you're going to eliminate those false positives. When you or your loved one comes home, you can have the system recognize you as you, so you don't get any false alerts. It's all win-win in my book so far, but let's go ahead and unbox it, check it out together, and see what it's all about. Let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the key specs. 2 hours of sunlight is going to basically give you unlimited power. You also get IP67 durability, so up to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to be the working range for these cameras. 4K means you're going to get a super crisp image. You also get color night vision. I always like to see color whenever possible, so I definitely like that the f1.4 aperture lets me see true color at night. You also get a spotlight and two-way audio, so if you're using this in an entryway or whatever, you can thank your delivery guy for dropping off your latest Eufy S330 camera. Bionic Mind, it's going to eliminate 95 of those false positives over time. Of course, you get that expandable storage thanks to that central management, which is this built-in device right here. And if you have any other Eufy products like a doorbell or anything like that, you can also connect them to this. You get a security alert, vehicle detection, live view and recording history, and of course instant notification is what it's all about when you have super fast Wi-Fi at home. Taking a look at the inside here, this is one of the cameras, so fits in the palm of my hand. Just to give you a little size comparison, on the top, here's that nice built-in solar panel. About 2 hours of sunlight a day is going to give you that charge. But if you do need to take it down once a year and charge it, USB-C is the way to charge it up. Definitely like seeing USB-C of things. And taking a look at the front of the camera as well, there's your little spotlight. And then of course you have your sensors for color night vision, motion detection, all of that good stuff. There's your little speaker. So again, two-way audio is here. And this is a brand new home base, guys. I like the look of it. Definitely a lot more modern. And you get that Bionic Mind AI technology branding right there. You do need to connect this to Ethernet. So you will have to go ahead and connect this somewhere close to your router or wherever you have an actual wired LAN connection. Fast USB, USB 2 is here as well as your sync or alarm off. So when you do set up these new cameras, you want to press the sync button and the sync button. Inside the box, this is everything that you get. Here's your power adapter for your Eufy home base. They provide a nice flat Ethernet cable, some mounting hardware as well, and on the inside you get a little bit of documentation as well as a Eufy sticker, 24/7 monitoring. People see this, they're definitely going to run away. And your quick startup guide is right here. Here are your mounting tools. We do have expandable storage, so just go ahead and lift off this cover, and then on the inside you're going to have a little tray here that you can mount your hard drive in. Once you get a hard drive, guys, just go ahead and put it into this nice little tray, and you do get some screws to help keep your hard drive in place. Then all you have to do is just go ahead and place it right back in here, and you're good to go. So let me power this up. Let me turn on these cameras. Let's get a little bit of a feed going and see how good the quality is. Taking a look where I put the second security camera, I put this in my driveway. So here's my driveway right here. And to get a camera there would literally take a lot of work with wires, and it just wouldn't even be worth it. Now, I wanted a security camera obviously right in the driveway, so I think having one of these new Eufy wireless cams is the best way to really protect your home. And with some privacy features that I'll show you, you don't have to worry about spying on your neighbors, quite honestly. Now again, this is a perfect place for this security camera, and thanks to the 365 days of power, I'm not going to have to worry about charging this up every couple of months. Once a year if I don't get any sun, but again, I do get sun there, especially in the winter. Overall, I think they did a nice design. I personally would like to see a camo edition just so it blends in a little bit with my environment personally. But again, you kind of want to let people know that you have security cameras, so they'll think twice about coming to your residence or to your office, wherever you happen to place these Eufy security cameras. But let's go ahead and check out the app, and I'm going to show you the quality and show you a few more features of the brand new S330 from Eufy. Taking a look at some of the push notifications that are completely user configurable. You can see someone's been spotted in my driveway. You can also see that Jabber's been detected. Once again, this does have AI, so you can put in your familiar faces, your friends or family, and it's going to let you know who's coming by. And you also do have vehicle detection. You can set all of this up in the app itself. So I like the push notifications, and they do come pretty instantaneously. So that's definitely a plus when you have any security camera. But opening up the Eufy security cam, this is where you're going to see your cameras that are all set up, and everything's going to be very, very configurable. Taking a look at some of the settings for the S380 homebase. Again, this is powered by their Bionic Mind AI, so you can set up familiar faces of friends and family. I've already set up myself there. So here's Jabber and relationship. I'm just going to say family member. So you can go in and you can add a whole bunch of people that might be regulars to your home. And you can either do it from actually taking a photo on your device, or what I like about this as well is you can select from an album. So if you have their photo on your phone already, you can just go ahead and add it. You don't really have to bother people by saying, hey, let me take your photo for my new Bionic AI. Just go ahead and use a photo that you might already have on your phone. And with expandable storage, once again, you see I do have a 1 terabyte drive that I've put into the Eufy S380 homebase. And you also do get that 9.8 gigabyte of available user storage that you can start off with if you don't yet want to put a hard drive in. Taking a look at some of the cameras, I have 2 cameras set up here. So let's just take a look at my driveway right away and see what kind of action is going on in my driveway. And again, 4K means you're going to get a really, really crisp and clear image. And you can also zoom in, which is what I like. You do have 8x zoom. So if you want to kind of spy on your neighbor, you can go in and you can really get some clear imaging from across the street. This again is an 8x zoom, and you can zoom out, of course. So definitely a nice feature when it comes to this security camera. If you need to zoom in and see if someone's kind of trolling around your property, you can go ahead and do that. So that's something that I really like. Now, speaking of things that I like, if you see something, you can go ahead and record it right on the fly. So if motion hasn't been detected because this person's a little bit far away, like maybe you see something happening at your neighbor's house, just go ahead and start a recording, or you can also take a screenshot and then you can send it to your neighbor and say, hey, a bear was walking around your house. Maybe you want to use the back door. Here's the microphone and speaker. In terms of the audio quality, this is what you can expect when you're talking to the camera. So let's just say I'm here, I'm like, hey, Jabber, where you at? This is what the sound quality is going to sound like. Now, in terms of the speaker quality, if you want to have that two-way audio conversation, this is what it sounds like from the camera. I am in a different room, so this is the audio test. Now, we might as well test out the siren, see how loud that siren can get. Some other settings that I want to show you, you do have that color night vision as well as an infrared black and white. Now, I personally think that the black and white does a nice job, but again, if this is used as a security camera, you want to probably turn on that spotlight night vision. So if any motion is detected, the spotlight is just going to turn on. It really depends on you guys what you want to do, or of course you can turn off night vision altogether. I personally leave mine on black and white. I think the infrared does a really nice job. There's also a manual alarm as well, so you can have this camera flash the light and sound an alarm. Again, this is all that's things that you can do on the fly, so if you see something, say something. And you can also quickly turn on the spotlight if you guys want to. Now, going into the settings, there's just a few settings that I want to show you. Number 1 is motion detection. Again, this is all powered by AI, so you can choose what type of detection you want the camera to actually recognize. Human detection, human recognition. So again, it recognizes Jabber, so you can either enable or disable that. Here's vehicle detection. Now, I personally, since this is in my driveway, I do want to know if a car does enter into my space. There's pet detection as well. I'm actually going to turn that off because I don't really need to see when pets walk by, when people are walking their dog. But I would like to see other motions. So if a bear or a deer or any animal like that walks around, I'd like to actually see that. That's something that I like with this AI Bionic Mind system that they have. It's really very configurable. And of course, guys, if you want to set up the activity zone, you can go ahead and set up a zone where you want the camera to record. So maybe you don't want to record the street. You don't want to record every single car that passes by. So I'm actually just going to set up a little zone just like this. Click on yes, and that's going to go ahead and save that zone for your activity-ness. Next thing that I like about this, again, it's all about privacy, guys. Now, if you don't want to spy on your neighbor, I know I just zoomed in on my neighbor's house, but if you don't want to record any activity that might happen at your neighbor's house, again, you can set up a little no-fly zone, I like to call it. So this is going to be a blackout zone. This way, if anything happens across the street, I'm not going to get notified, and I actually like that. When it comes to some video settings, streaming quality, I like to leave it on auto because depending where you are, you might not have the best cell connection, so you want to ensure that you'll always be able to see what's going on with the camera. If you have super fast connection everywhere, you can go ahead and leave that on Ultra 4K all the time. Again, it's all super configurable, and that's what I really like about Eufy products. It's all about the user. They definitely give you a lot of control. And when it comes to recording quality, I always leave that on Ultra 4K, especially thanks to that extra 1 TB drive that I put into the homebase. I know I'm going to have enough storage for all of that 4K goodness. Now here's your night vision. Again, I showed you that night vision. You can go ahead and configure that. And then under audio settings, it's basically you can enable or disable audio recording or the microphone. Now we're back at the home page of the Eufy security application, and this is where you can just click on events, and you'll be able to see all of the actions that happen during the day, whether you're home or whether you're not. So if we click on one, it says driveway, a vehicle has passed by. So once again, you can kind of see what happened, and then you can also see human detected. Let's see who was walking by. There I am. I'm kind of walking by the driveway, checking things out. And also, it did recognize me once I looked at the camera, and you can see it recognized me as Jabber. So again, guys, I have to stress AI detection. I think that's something super cool. You'll be able to know who's coming home and who's not. I'm taking a look at some other activities that might have occurred yesterday. Here's a little bit of motion. So this is me coming back. You can see it recorded in my house. Now let's just go ahead and take a look at some samples in a little bit of a larger format so you can see the quality yourself. But I've been really impressed with the S330. I like the versatility of it, meaning I can place it anywhere that I want. I like the fact that I don't have to worry about power. I like the fact that when I do get enough sun, 2 hours a day again is going to give you just about unlimited power. I like every aspect of it. The AI, the only thing I kind of wish is that the home base worked over Wi-Fi. That's just one thing I really wish the next version would allow us to do. But again, I get it. You're recording at 4K. They want to ensure that you get that strong connection to the hard drive so that none of your files get corrupted or whatnot. But Wi-Fi is fast these days. Wi-Fi 6 would be able to handle that with no problem. So that's one thing I'd like to see from the next iteration. But other than that, I'm actually going to buy another pair because I do want to set up some more cameras in some hard to reach places. If you have any questions about this, let me know down in the comments below. Check my link down there as well. I definitely appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video.